Hey everyone, this is Adam Walker, Vice President of Engineering with Diamondback Firearms. Today I'm going to show you how to load your Diamondback DBX. So we're going to start with loading the magazine, and just for safety purposes, since we have live ammunition here for this instructional video, we don't have any firearms in the area. So we'll get right into it. I'm going to put on my safety glasses. I'm going to take the first round and just going to lay it kind of on top of the follower and the feed lips, and I'm just going to take my thumb and press it down, and you'll sort of feel it click in under the feed lip here. So you don't have to, it's not like a pistol magazine where you have to depress and slide it under. You just push them in from the top. So for this next round, you just lay it on top of the previous round and sort of there between the feed lips, depress it down. You'll again feel it click in, and they will stagger side to side. So again, you just repeat that same process over and over again until you either reach the magazine capacity, which is 20 rounds for this particular magazine, or until you have as many rounds in as you want to fire at that particular sitting. So now that we have our magazine loaded, we're going to cut to this video. We'll bring the gun back in and use an empty magazine to explain the next steps. Okay, I am back, and now that we have cleared the area of all ammunition, I now have an empty magazine that I will use to demonstrate how to load and fire your DBX. So again, I still have my safety glasses on. We're going to clear the firearm, make sure again that there's no ammunition. So we already checked the magazine. I'm going to retract the bolt and check the chamber and ensure that there is no live ammunition. Now I'm going to take the magazine and the DBX. I want to line the magazine up with the magazine well. You kind of want to hold it about the same angle of the magazine well. You want to have the bullet tips pointed in the same direction as the muzzle. Just align it, push it in until you hear and feel it click in, and at that point it'll be retained by the magazine catch. Then you're going to take and retract the bolt all the way to the rear, and in this scenario it's not going to go forward because the last round hold open mechanism is holding it back. So let's say maybe, for instance, you already had the bolt locked to the rear. Install your magazine, then you will use the bolt catch to release the bolt and send it forward, which will cause the bolt to strip a round out of the magazine and load that round into the chamber. At that point, it'll be ready to fire. So before you do that, you want to make sure that you're on safe, which we are. Again, we'll drop the bolt catch, which is going to let the bolt go forward. And at that point, had we had live ammunition, you would have a live round in the chamber and your firearm would be on safe. Let's say for discussion purposes, my target is down at the end here. I'm just going to take and point the gun at my target. I'm going to know not only my target, but what is beyond it. Once I have my sights aligned, I would move it to fire, and only then would you put your finger on the trigger and pull to release your shot. And this is a semi-automatic firearm, so when you do that, when you fire your shot, it's going to extract and eject your spent casing and then immediately load the next round, assuming your magazine is not empty. When this happens, your bolt handle, your charging handle, is going to reciprocate back and forth as you're firing. So you need to keep that in mind so that you don't have your hands or jacket or your shirt sleeves or something in the way so that it might get caught in there, which may cause a malfunction, or it may also cause damage or injury depending on what it hits. So just be mindful, stay clear of the charging handle. again, just keep firing until you don't want to fire any more shots, or until your magazine is empty. As we've spoken about before, there is a last round holdover mechanism. So once your last round is fired, your DBX will lock the bolt open to the rear, at which point you can eject the magazine by depressing the magazine catch button here. Just press that, your magazine will drop free. At that point, you can either reload, or if you're done shooting for the day, you can put everything away. But again, before you come down off of the target, make sure you put it back on safe. And always make sure that you are aware of where your muzzle's pointing. Always keep that down range. And again, just be safe and have fun. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to get in touch with Diamondback customer service. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we will see you next time.